show you another crazy before and after by this same old man investor client I have. This property is a 3-acre property in McCordsville, Indiana, and the transformation is radical. Before I show you that house, I want to show you something. This is from YouTube, and I just wanted to share this because I'm not looking for a pat on the back here, but I think it's proof of how much I love you guys and how much I respect you and respect ASMR. So, take a look at this. This is my channel dashboard. You can see I currently have 30865 subscribers, but over in the right hand corner, you see the gold coins. The 3 gold coins stacked up with the top one crooked. That is ideas to grow my channel revenue. And it is number one of the 3 ideas they have for me. Earn 18 to 27% more with mid-rolls. And the fine print there says, let me put my glasses on. Turning on mid-rolls for ASMR close-up whisper could increase the video's revenue. It gave the title of the video. But you can see in the middle of the screen, my estimated income for this month is 1040. So I'm right about the $1,000 a month channel. So thank you for everybody that supports me and watches these videos. But I think I'm worth a subscription because I refuse to do mid-rolls. And I think ASMR creators who use them, I think they're evil. And right underneath where it said ideas for you, there was a button to click update your settings. It is a feature. Don't let anybody tell you that, well, YouTube makes me do it. No, that's not true. Now, there are situations where YouTube does mandate mid-rolls, but it's only for channels that have less than 1,000 subscribers. If you are a creator and your channel is not yet monetized, YouTube will automatically put mid-rolls and you can't take them out. So don't punish a new creator for having mid-rolls because it's not their choice if they have less than 1,000 subscribers. But if they have more than 1,000 subscribers and they have mid-rolls, they are purposefully adding them, and it's wrong. We need to relax. We don't need to be laying down and then all of a sudden a commercial kick on. So, you have my word. No mid-rolls ever, so long as YouTube will allow me to keep them off. I don't care. I'll give away 27% of my money to ensure that my channel stays relaxing and peaceful for you. Alright, now let's get ready to take a look at this. We want the before. There's the before. I gotta show you the before before I show you the after. For sure. Okay, let's try to get this the right size. I had to show you my dashboard and it's a different size than the actual video, so I gotta kind of shrink it up a little bit. Okay. And here we go. Oh, make sure I turn the volume off. So this is the before. Now you will see he did not change the exterior design of the home as far as the shape. He did do cosmetics. He removed all of the vinyl siding and replaced all of the vinyl siding with hard this area is. This house sits on 3 acres, but look, as we walk in the door, look at this rectangular box. Now I want you to note when we walk in the front door, remember that rectangle room, and remember that the kitchen is over on the right hand side of the other side of the wall. This house has not been occupied. It's been empty for a long, long time. This is a little laundry area, and then a bath here leading to the garage that is nowhere near bedrooms. This is the garage, obviously. And this is the lower level of the house, which is being utilized as a second family room. It does have a fireplace in it, but this is just a large family room. I don't think I went in this little room back to the back. Let me see if I do go in that little room. Well, that's your furnace and, the mechanical room down there in the lower level. Now this is walking up to the upper level. This home is considered a tri-level. So it does have a full bath. Look at that beautiful pink bathtub. And then these are just the secondary bedrooms, and they're all just different colors. There's a red one, a purple one, and whatever that first one was, a green one, I think. But this is coming back down that stairway into the main living area. Look at the holes in the wall. And then walking back out this front door, I think, there's a barn here as well. Now look at the barn. It's like a gray and it's dingy. And then all of this stuff in this barn. This house has been vacant for, I think, 4 or 5 years since anybody lived here. This is the upstairs, like the loft area of that barn, but it is huge and it's very sound. Okay. So that was the before. Now, get ready. Now remember, when I opened that front door, there was that nasty rectangular room. If you notice, like the floor was like stained, and that was like dog urine. The house was nasty. All right, and now let's look at the after here. And here we go. This is the after. You'll notice that the driveway is all new rock. He did not concrete it, and he did paint the brick. He added shutters to the house. He did add all new doors and lighting. The barn has been painted. The basketball goal has been put up. He added the deck to the back of the house. All of the windows have been replaced. A brand new front door, brand new lighting there for the exterior. Now everything is open, and the kitchen is now on the left side, and that rectangular room is gone. Look at the light in this place. Quartz countertops, soft close cabinets, all stainless steel appliances. This is now a little half bath off of the big open area. This is a view out the back. This is going up the stairs now. Look how much brighter everything is. All new doors, hinges, handles, windows. Everything has been replaced. Registers, lighting, baseboard, flooring. These are actually pretty large bedrooms for being like secondary bedrooms too. Probably would be for kids' bedrooms. All new electrical outlets and cover plates and light switches and light plates and closet doors, entry doors. Just completely all new drywall in a lot of areas. All new showers, vanities, plumbing, hardware, tub and tile, and that shelving was not there, and a brand new toilet and tile. I mean, it's a lot. It is completely redone, and this is about a 3-month project. So he bought this in August, and now we're selling in November. So this went for sale yesterday, and I'm doing an open house tomorrow. Actually, I'll be posting this at my open house, so this will go live at noon on Sunday, and my open house starts from noon to 4. Now this lower level is now the master suite. So there's a little sitting area with a new fireplace, new mantle. This was all open, just an open area. This is now a large master bath with a large custom tiled shower, a huge master closet here, all new shelving and everything in the closet. This is access to the crawl space, and look how clean the crawl space is. Everything has been redone, all new ductwork and wiring. I mean, this house is literally like new, but it's on 3 acres. Look at the garage, new epoxy flooring, new garage door opener. All the mechanicals have been moved out here into those closets, where before they were in that lower room. So all the furnace and AC and everything or furnace and water heater and all of that has been moved out. The barn has been emptied out and new LED lighting put in. It's so bright in there. All new doors. All the doors are operational. Those doors had to be rebuilt to make those function properly. The stairway has been, you can see the new wood on the stair to secure it and make it safe. And then everything has been removed. Again, new LED lighting up here. Yeah, just a great transformation. I'm excited to do the open house tomorrow. I'm doing the open house for 4 hours from 12 to 4. This is just a look at the nature. Yeah. Pretty big transformation, yeah. It just goes to show really that what can be done, and that you really don't have to. You don't have to destroy what is old. That house was built in 1964, I believe. 1964, so that's 60. I'm 52. I'm sorry, I'm 53, and I was born in 72. So if that one was 62, it would be 63, but it was 64, so it's 61 years old. That house is 61 years old. So let's just say that it was probably in relatively good shape for 50 years. And then it just became in such disarray that it needed to be revamped. You know, things get old. 50 years is a long time. You think about, like, if you bought a stove, imagine that you still hope that it works in 50 years. It should, but that's not the world we live in. Plumbing lines too, like even if it's like copper plumbing, though copper would last forever, like the soldered joints and stuff, they can erode, decay over time, and lime deposits can build up and make like plumbing slower, like the water lines can become limed up with buildup. Same with sewer lines. They can decay or cave with age. So things just got to be redone, but it's nice to have people that will redo them properly. So many house flippers would have went in there and just like put carpet over the old subfloor that was all nasty instead of ripping it out, and like hid the old wiring behind the walls that you would just never know, and cut corners, patch things instead of replacing them, instead of doing it right and making it to where it's going to be a nice place for 50 more years, with new windows and roof, and it's nice. That house is going to be now $599. So if it was just land, it's 3 acres, and land there sells for anywhere from $75,000 to $100,000 an acre, because this has like mature trees, like literally 100-year-old trees on this. I believe it would bring $100,000 an acre. So if it was dirt, it would be $300,000. At best case, it would be $250,000. And so the fact that you get the house and the barn for $599, I think it's a deal. I think it's a great deal, and mention it because I'll save it for another video. I was going to do something tonight and I just realized I'm not prepared and I can't do it. So I'm going to be just rambling for the rest of this video. I hope that's okay with you. I can assure you something will come to my mind to talk to you about. I actually, interestingly enough, I got a request today in my email. So if you go to my real estate website, you can click a link to get a value of your home. Like it has a like an AI tool that will give you 3 different appraisals for your house and give you an idea what you can accept. I kind of get an idea what you can get for the house. But there's also a link that if you want to get in touch with me and ask me a question, you can do that from my website, from my real estate website. Well, I got a request, and I think it's from one of you. And it's from a young guy that said that he's interested in real estate, and would I be able to call him? And when you submit this request, you have to provide an email and a phone number. So I called the young guy today, and he said he wasn't available to talk today, but that he would like to still talk to me. So hopefully, I can't imagine that he's from anywhere else other than from here, because I think it is. You can tell me if it is. Actually, I'll ask him the next time I talk to him. But yeah, I'm interested. I like to talk to people about real estate and how to get started, because I do have some good ideas about what I would do in a lot of different scenarios. I mean, my path into real estate is kind of unfair because I already had such a large database of people from my prior career. So when I started in real estate, I was 48 years old. I mean, I was already older when I started, and so I had a 26-year career in the automotive industry, and I had 2,400 people in my database that I knew, and that all I did was send out notification to all those people to let them know, hey, I'm no longer at the Toyota dealership, I'm now selling real estate. And boom, my phone just started ringing with people that wanted to go look at houses or needed me to sell theirs. I mean, it's not like it happened all at once, but over time, people just started calling me and asking me, hey, would you consider coming over and taking a look at our house? And I'm like, of course. So, and then as you sell houses, even I'm also doing open houses at houses that are for sale, and I'm meeting strangers that walk in the door, right? These people are walking in to see this house. I've never met them before. Sometimes those people are not represented by other agents, and so I can make them my clients if they like me and I like them, and then you end up selling them a house, and then they tell somebody that they know that's looking for a real estate agent, and they call you. Or maybe 3 years later, those people want to move again because they don't like the house for whatever reason, or they just have a need. There's just activity breeds activity, and it just snowballs. And so it is one of those businesses that's a little bit more challenging to get started. It's something that grows over time. It's hard to just start being amazing like your first month or two. You won't have it won't come that quick. So you kind of got to be prepared that you might go some time without stable income. So you got to get yourself in a position where you've got a little bit of a nest egg saved up. But in the long run, it is a glorious, glorious job. Listen, I wouldn't do it for free, but if you think about jobs pay us because it's something we wouldn't normally do. Like if you had a day off and you could do whatever you want tomorrow, you won't go to work, right? You'll pick something else, right? It's the same thing for me. If I had no appointments tomorrow, I wouldn't force myself to try to find somebody to show a house to. I would not force my job onto me. I would enjoy my day doing something else. So when I say it's glorious and it's wonderful, please keep in mind I'm referencing it as far as jobs go. Like, I'll give you an example like Tiger Woods. People probably think he had a glorious job, like just golfing for a living, and he loved to golf. But what you don't see is like, yeah, he was on a plane all the time, flying to all these different golf courses and sleeping in hotels or house rentals, and it's just not all glory. There is pain with every job, and real estate is no different. But as far as jobs go, there's so much freedom, and it's basically like working for yourself. And if you're self-disciplined, I would tell you, my God, it's just, I don't know what could be more glorious for a job. So I'm grateful and I'm thankful. And what's cool, I found a way to incorporate this into my ASMR because you guys kind of like it too. And then I'm still doing like a little bit of this, like my side talks. So I show a house and then I talk to you for a little bit. I haven't done a financial update in a while, primarily because sometimes I just don't think they're very relaxing. And we're kind of in this period of time where everything is just kind of stuck. I mean, yes, the stock markets have reached record highs in the last couple of weeks, but they've just been hovering around that same spot. Like it's not like it's going up 10-20% to make records. It's just incrementally climbing. And it's the same thing with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not at its all-time high, but it's still over 100,000. Its all-time high is like 125, but it will go back up over time. Ultimately, I think the best investment advice, even though this is not financial advice, but I think the best financial advice I've ever heard is to buy something with a 4-year time horizon. So I'm not buying it thinking it's going to go up tomorrow. Like, I'll give you an example. One of my good friends, Chipotle, the restaurant, its stock has been down like 25% in the last 2 months or something. If you look at the stock price 2 months ago to where it's at today, it's down like 25%. And he reached out to me and said, hey, I think Chipotle's hit a bottom. I think it's a good deal at this price. I just bought in at $31.50. Okay. So I looked at it the next day and it was like $30.90. So he bought in at $31.50. Well, if he looked at it the very next day, he lost money already. But you're never going to like time the bottom perfectly. I'm looking up where it's at today. It's at $30.59. So he could have bought it for $1 less per share if he would have waited. But if we he didn't buy it for tomorrow. He bought it for 4 years from now. And so if we look at it 4 years from now and it's $90 a share, he basically tripled his money. And it doesn't matter if he bought it for $31.50 or $30.50, right? That difference is so minuscule when you're looking at it in the future and it's $90. And if you tell somebody I paid $31, or you tell somebody I paid $30, or you tell somebody you paid $35 for it, it's still tripling your money, right? So you're never going to time the bottom, and looking at it tomorrow is just going to bring you drama. So you just like keep your head down and you invest. You don't even look at the price you're paying because it doesn't effing matter. It just doesn't matter. In 4 years, it's going to be more than you paid. going to be more than you paid. And if it's not, then it's the end of the world. And it don't matter anyway. It doesn't matter if you invested your money or if you caught it on fire, or if you wasted it on Amazon garbage. It doesn't matter at that point, because money won't matter. The only thing that will matter is survival. Water, food, shelter. And you're probably not going to be buying that kind of stuff with money. Not in a doomsday scenario, but what's the likelihood? What's the likelihood that the end of the world is coming? I'll grant you, it might be a higher probability than it was, 10 years ago. But it's still such a minuscule probability. This thing is going to keep on going. It is. There's nothing I can do to stop it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's just going to keep on going. Think about it. Like World War II didn't stop it. When we dropped bombs on Japan, nuclear weapons, that didn't stop. Atomic weapons, it didn't stop it. When 50 million people died in Russia from Stalin, that didn't stop it. It's not going to stop it. It's just not. It's going to keep on going. We're going to have ups and downs, and it's going to keep on going. And you're going to be here in 10 years. You are. And what do you think you'll wish you had done? Invested some money? Or got another tattoo? I saw something the other day, like a sleeve. You know what I'm talking about? A tattoo sleeve where it's your whole damn arm is a tattoo. Now listen, let me preface this by saying I'm not bashing people that have tattoos. I think some of them look cool. I do. But I think they look cool temporarily. There will be a day they will not. But my point is, let me pull this up, because I actually have this chart. Okay. Anyway, the point about the sleeve was, it was this article I read that the average sleeve, like the cheapest you can get a sleeve, is like $3,000, but some of them are like all the way up to like $50,000, depending on the intricacy of the art. So let's just use the $3,000, like the bottom barrel sleeve price to get a whole sleeve, $3,000. If you were 25 years old and you paid $3,000 for a sleeve, when you're 67, what will you have? You will have a $3,000 tattoo sleeve that probably doesn't look anything like what it did when you got it. But if you took that same $3,000 and invested it just in a normal S&P investment, which is about 10% per year, that would make money double every 7 years. Your money would double every 7 years. So when you're 32, the $3,000 would be $6,000. When you're 39, it would be $12,000. When you're 46, it would be $24,000. When you're 53, my age, it would be $48,000. When you're 60, 7 years later, $96,000. And when you're 67 years old, $192,000. So think about things. This is why decisions are so dang important. This is how people F their futures. It's sad, really. It's sad. Because in people's mind, they don't understand. I see it all the time. Like, I see these protesters on the street, like, talking about inequality. And they've got their iPhones, and they've got their sleeve tattoos, and neck tats, and, big all this stuff. They're just throwing money in the trash. always been this way. Think about the pyramids, right? The pharaohs in the tombs with the gold and buried with these intricate artwork and mummified and building all these. The pharaohs were everybody and the workers were nobody. It was massive inequality. Think about scriptures like when you had to bring your sheep to be sacrificed to the temple, the priests, the Pharisees, all of them were living good. But the peasants were in the fields. There was massive inequality. Think about our founding fathers. Even they lived without electricity and indoor plumbing. Now, some people had slaves back then, but think about even the inequality of slaves versus slave master. But think about, I think it's like the number is like as low as 10%. It may even be lower than that of the people in the United States that actually had slaves. So 90% of the people did not have them. Or whatever the percentage is, please don't correct me. Let's just say it's 50% because I know it's much higher than 50 of the percent of Americans that never owned a slave. Most of these people lived in abject poverty. I mean, mosquitoes and 90 degrees. Think about how hard it is to get to sleep. If you're air conditioned, have you ever tried to sleep on a 90-degree night without air conditioning and without an electric fan? It's hard, you know. It's hard. Think about their shoes. It isn't like they had Nike comfortable shoes. I mean, everything was rudimentary. Everything was horse and buggy. Or before the buggies, it was just horses. I mean, inequality has been around forever. It's never going away. The system only works that way. There's no way for everybody to be wealthy. There's a way for everybody to be poor. But there's not a way for everybody to be wealthy. So don't we want to live in a world where some people have something to where at least you, even when you don't have something, you can aspire to have something. You can dream. You can see nice things. Because we have built a system where even for people that don't have anything, at least in America, if you want government housing and an Obama phone and Obamacare and SNAP EBT food cards, you can have that life. The government will give you that. 42 million Americans get free food through the SNAP program. That's over 10% of our country. So it's not like we're just saying, go away and beat it. Oh, you're poor. Sorry about you. No. What we say is, okay, fine. We will help give you the basic bare essentials. But if you want anything more than that, you've got to work. And you've got to work hard. And if you're starting with nothing, then it's going to be even harder. But there is a way. People have done it. I am living proof that I started with nothing. My parents were as poor, and my family was as poor as any poor family in America you can think of. That's how low I started, at the very, very bottom. I was the poorest kid in my school. But I worked hard. But I never said to myself, this is going to be impossible. This is garbage, and just went out and just complained. No. I said, okay, fine. I got to work harder than everybody else. That means I have to work 80 hours a week if I have any hope of getting ahead. That's why I don't have kids. It's why I never got married, because I worked my way out of poverty, and I did it. And you can still do it. It's still possible. I see it done every day. I meet these 25, 26-year-old people that I sell homes to that are doing the right things, that are how it's set up, but you have to understand, there's not a better one out there. There really isn't. The boats are all coming this way, folks. They're not leaving here. Everybody wants to come here. They're not fighting to get in anywhere else. The boats aren't all heading to Cuba, right? Yeah. So, I know that a lot of people are out there hurting, but I want to give you hope because it's possible. It's possible. It's very possible. Yep. So, well, you guys don't know how many times, like, I watch this camera and I stare at this camera and I would just love for you guys to be able to talk back, I think it would be amazing to just, and I do get to talk to you guys, like, in the comments, but it's not the same, it's like having a conversation. Maybe someday we should do like a big Zoom call. I should have like a big Zoom call. Everybody can sign up for like the Zoom session. But it would be hard to manage, I suppose. I don't think that many people would show up, but it would be fun. But yeah, sometimes it would just be nice to have the camera talk back. But that's not going to happen tonight. Anyway, yeah, I hope that hope that you like this one. I hope that you like seeing the before and after. I forgot to take my picture at the house to do the thumbnail, and I was halfway home, and I thought I'm not going to turn around. So I usually don't get very good video view watches from videos that don't have my face in the thumbnail. So I've got the two houses in the thumbnail, but I'm going to try to find a way to incorporate my face on there. So that's what I'm going to do when I stop the video, is try to work on this thumbnail to try to get my skull on the thumbnail so you guys know it's me and don't just scroll past it. But anyway, I want to circle back to the no mid-roll video, no mid-roll commercials in the middle of an ASMR channel. And if you've made it all the way to the end and you're not subscribed, I just want to ask you again, would you please take a moment just to subscribe and give the video a like and maybe leave a comment. YouTube is getting a lot harder where they're going to be scrutinizing comments and likes and how long the video gets watched before they send these things out. So I see a lot of creators talking about it. So I'm just hopeful you guys, it's a very low percentage of you guys that made it to the end. So if you made it to the end, and this is only going to be between us, so if you did make it to the end, don't say I made it to the end in the comment. Just put an asterisk in the comment section. Even if you want